Good afternoon. This is Carmen White. I'm going to demonstrate a project how to make a symmetrical mask or an alien bug using symmetry as the muse. I've taught this in art to grade levels K through 6. Been rather successful at that. Students, when they're that young, usually the younger, like grades K through 3, they see this assignment as one that wows them. It's like when they can't process it, you do everything as slow as I'm about to show you how to do it. They see it as like you just performed magic. And when they're that excited and they're that young, they don't tell you. They don't like, oh, Mr. White, you're great. Because, no, they just clap and they look around and they clap ecstatically because you just wowed them. So hopefully I can wow you guys. The premise of symmetrical or symmetry in fundamentals of graphic design is just to show you the weight of a canvas. What's done on one side should weigh the same as on the other side if that's how you're going to um, design or perform. So I want to show you a quick demonstration of what we came up with. Normally, when you teach younger grades, you will just fold a piece of paper and draw, I always call it an ice cream cone, from the fold all the way down to the point. Then you cut that out, and we'll call that the negative space. The positive space, when you open it, is a nice looking heart, and the heart is symmetrical. This side equals that side. And then it's over and done with, and then the kids have 30 more minutes to do nothing and except make your life miserable. So I had to step up my game. So I went to, I just looked up symmetry one day on Google, and I came to Pinterest, and there was this alien name. You write your name on the folded line, block letters, and cut it out, and when you open it, you have your name symmetrical. But not only do you have a symmetrical name, you also have a design. And now I struggle with abstract, a more representational art. So this has helped me once or twice with an assignment here and there, just to get an idea of shapes, interesting forms, because I really struggled with that. And I took art school, and those things really um, were difficult for me. Alright, so getting back to the demonstration, I'm going to write my son's name, which is Nathan. The lesson plan leading up to this for kids, they don't know what's coming, is to typically take an hour and we will go over the alphabet, we will say the alphabet, we will reinforce the alphabet, and then we will rewrite the alphabet, but in block letters. It seems common, probably because we're all adults here, but to, very small children, it's not so common, and sometimes they cannot even process that capital A doesn't look like that. It looks like an R. So, and they also are gaining knowledge on how to draw posters for Earth Day and the meeps in the past, so they would make their posters more interesting, I said, if they use block letters. So that ties up another hour of lesson plans, which I really thought was cool for me, because I knew my alphabet. I didn't have to write a plan for that. Let's go in. All right, let's do this, kids. So, voila. So I wrote Nathan's name, block letters. And what we're going to do, and it's on the fold, as you can see. And what we're going to do with that is fold it back. We're going to cut. I'm going to cut this top portion off, and then I'm just going to cut in between the letters, but not all the way down. You have to create a bridge. So I use a bridge because it makes sense, and even to the little ones it makes sense. So we'll begin by cutting, just shearing off the top of all the letters. It should be like almost one straight line, but for the little ones, not so easy. Now I'm starting to cut the letters out. The more you cut out in the negative space, especially like in the A's or the donut holes in an O, or B's or D's, it's more interesting you will get of a perhaps bug alien mask. But for our purposes here, I'm just going to cut in between the letters and not the negative space within a letter. And I can use that because we all went and passed fundamentals of basic design. Negative being, again, the donut holes. That being the space, and the positive being the letters itself in here. So I'm going to go down. As you can see, I didn't go all the way down to the bottom. I left the top of my bridge in between letters. Now I'm going to go a little bit lower for this bridge, just to add further design anchors. Never know. It's a variety like that. Okay. Here's some of that negative space. I just gave my kids a test in 3rd grade. I teach 3rd grade. Just gave them a test on the NWEAs. That's, you know, taking over the, kind of like the meat. Anyways, they had a question about symmetry on there, 3rd grade, and it said, which letter can be cut symmetrically? And they gave a G. I think it was a little b, and I remember it was definitely a capital H. No, I don't think you need to see the capital H, but you can. And you would just say, bam, a line down there. This is a mirror image of that. So, but of course I had to watch my kids not think that and go for one of the wrong answers. So you better believe we reinforce that for the next time. Even if the next time is next year, they're going to remember symmetry. Trust you me. I went at it. That's one thing hard as a teacher, is you got to teach to a test, and it's not easy. You don't know what's going to be on a test until you watch over their shoulders. And to be graded on that it's just not fair, in my opinion. Alright, so this is Nathan's name as it's going on. I already have one done, so for our purpose, I'll just like to show you. I have Nathan's name here, and again, I did not use a negative space in the A's. So when I opened it, we have symmetry. Kind of looks like a bug to me, or a really syncopated spinal cord or spine, or I was thinking also like an alien type of totem pole. It even has a little like a Japanese castle feel to it, but for our purpose I would call it a bug. And then you just show them, look, half of this is equal to half of that. And if they have really short names, like Ollie or Bob, you know, maybe you can encourage them to try their last names or nickname, or even a word that they're learning in spelling, or you know, just reinforce it. This is more than just symmetry. This has a lot of different ways to be used. And I've also said before, you can like maybe cut out this portion, and then you'll have two interesting shapes. And you know, there's a way to tessellate this. There really is, but I haven't figured it out. This right now is the extent of the math, the symmetrical part. To tessellate would be a little bit higher math right now for me. So, well, I hope you enjoyed the demonstration. That's all I have for now. I look forward to seeing yours, my fellow students. Thank you, and good night.